Alexander the Great, a name synonymous with military genius and audacious ambition, stands as one of history's most influential figures. Born in Pella, the capital of Macedon, in 356 BC, Alexander was no ordinary prince. From his youth, he displayed remarkable intelligence, courage, and an unquenchable thirst for knowledge. His destiny, however, lay far beyond the confines of his homeland. At the tender age of 20, Alexander inherited his father's throne and embarked on a campaign of conquest that would reshape the ancient world. His ambition knew no bounds. He dreamed of uniting the disparate kingdoms of the Greeks and leading them east to conquer the mighty Persian Empire. With unwavering determination, he set out to achieve what many considered impossible. Driven by an unshakable belief in his own destiny, Alexander inspired his troops to achieve extraordinary feats. His charisma and strategic brilliance enabled him to overcome seemingly insurmountable odds, leading his army to victory across vast and unfamiliar lands. From the sun-baked plains of Persia to the rugged mountains of Afghanistan, Alexander's conquests extended across thousands of miles, forging an empire the likes of which the world had never seen. Alexander's education was as extraordinary as his conquests. His father, Philip II of Macedon, recognized his son's prodigious intellect and sought the finest tutor in all of Greece, Aristotle. For 3 years, the young prince studied under the renowned philosopher, immersing himself in the worlds of logic, ethics, politics, and natural history. Aristotle instilled in his pupil a deep appreciation for knowledge and a profound understanding of human nature. These formative years shaped Alexander's worldview and laid the foundation for his future greatness. From Aristotle, he learned the art of rhetoric, the power of reason, and the importance of understanding the customs and beliefs of other cultures. This education would prove invaluable as Alexander embarked on his conquests, enabling him to negotiate with foreign rulers, inspire loyalty in his newly conquered subjects, and govern his vast empire with wisdom and foresight. Beyond the formal lessons, Aristotle also instilled in Alexander a love of Homer's epics, particularly the Iliad. The tales of Achilles, Hector, and the Trojan War captivated the young prince's imagination, fueling his own heroic aspirations. He saw himself as a modern-day Achilles, destined for greatness on the battlefield. Throughout his campaigns, Alexander carried a copy of the Iliad, finding inspiration in its verses and seeking to emulate the legendary heroes of the past. Alexander's military career began in the shadow of his father. Philip II, a brilliant strategist and ruthless leader, had forged the Macedonian kingdom into the dominant power in Greece. Under his command, the Macedonian army had developed innovative tactics and weaponry, becoming a formidable force on the battlefield. Alexander, eager to prove himself, participated in several campaigns alongside his father, gaining valuable experience in warfare and leadership. At the age of 16, Alexander commanded a division of the Macedonian army at the Battle of Chaeronea, a decisive victory that secured Macedonian hegemony over Greece. His courage and tactical acumen impressed his father and veteran generals, marking him as a rising star within the Macedonian military. 2 years later, Alexander's father was assassinated, leaving the young prince to inherit the throne and the mantle of leadership. Alexander, now king of Macedon, faced immediate challenges to his authority. Rebellions erupted within Greece as various city-states sought to break free from Macedonian control. Alexander responded with swift and decisive action, crushing the uprisings and reasserting his dominance. With Greece securely under his control, Alexander turned his attention eastward, setting his sights on the Persian Empire. The Persian Empire, ruled by Darius III, was a vast and wealthy realm, stretching from the Aegean Sea to the Indus River. Its armies were massive, its resources seemingly inexhaustible. Many considered Alexander's decision to invade Persia an act of reckless folly, a suicidal mission doomed to failure. Yet Alexander remained undeterred. He believed that his Macedonian army, though smaller, was better trained, better equipped, and led by a superior strategist. In 334 BC, Alexander crossed the Hellespont, the narrow straits separating Europe from Asia, leading his army into Persian territory. His invasion marked the beginning of a clash of civilizations, a titanic struggle between the nascent power of Macedon and the established might of Persia. The outcome of this conflict would determine the fate of the ancient world. Alexander's first encounter with the Persian army came at the Battle of the Granicus River. The Macedonian forces, outnumbered but highly disciplined, routed the Persian troops, securing a crucial victory that opened the way for further advances into Asia Minor. Alexander's victory sent shockwaves through the Persian Empire, forcing Darius to take the Macedonian threat seriously. Section 5. Issus and Gaugamela triumph over Darius. As Alexander's army marched deeper into Persia, Darius assembled a massive army determined to crush the Macedonian invaders. The two forces clashed at Issus, a narrow coastal plain in southern Anatolia. Despite being heavily outnumbered, Alexander's tactical brilliance and the unwavering courage of his troops prevailed. The Macedonian phalanx, a tightly packed formation of spearmen, proved unstoppable, shattering the Persian lines and sending Darius fleeing for his life. The Battle of Issus was a decisive victory for Alexander, cementing his reputation as a military genius and solidifying his hold over Asia Minor. But Darius was not yet defeated. He regrouped, gathering an even larger army, and prepared for a final showdown with Alexander. The two armies met at Gaugamela, a vast plain in northern Mesopotamia, in 331 BC. This battle would prove to be one of the most significant in history. Despite facing overwhelming numerical superiority, Alexander again demonstrated his tactical brilliance. He outmaneuvered the Persian forces, exploiting gaps in their lines and leading a devastating cavalry charge that shattered Darius's army. Darius once again fled the battlefield, leaving Alexander victorious and master of the Persian Empire. The Battle of Gaugamela marked the end of an era, signaling the decline of Persia and the rise of Macedon as the dominant power in the ancient world. Section 6. The Conqueror's March across the Hindu Kush. With Persia conquered, Alexander's thirst for conquest remained unsated. His ambitions now extended beyond the borders of the Persian Empire, reaching towards the exotic lands of the east. He led his army eastward through the rugged terrain of Afghanistan and into the heart of Central Asia. The journey was arduous, marked by harsh weather, treacherous mountain passes, and fierce resistance from local tribes. Yet Alexander's determination never wavered. He inspired his troops to overcome every obstacle, leading them across the towering Hindu Kush mountains and into the fertile valleys of Bactria and Sogdiana. His campaigns in these regions were characterized by fierce battles, daring maneuvers, and the establishment of fortified settlements to secure his lines of communication and consolidate his control over these newly conquered territories. Alexander's conquests in Central Asia brought him into contact with new cultures and peoples, expanding his worldview and furthering his ambition to create a universal empire that encompassed the diverse cultures of the ancient world. He adopted Persian customs and attire, encouraged his soldiers to marry local women, and sought to integrate the conquered populations into his empire, believing that unity and cooperation would be the key to lasting peace and stability. Section 7. A legacy forged in conquest, founding cities and spreading culture. Alexander's legacy extends far beyond his military conquests. He was a visionary leader who sought to create a lasting impact on the world. Throughout his campaigns, he founded numerous cities, many bearing his name, strategically located to secure his vast empire and promote trade and cultural exchange. These cities, such as Alexandria in Egypt, became centers of learning, commerce, and innovation, contributing to the flourishing of Hellenistic culture in the centuries following Alexander's death. Alexander's conquests also facilitated the spread of Greek culture and ideas throughout the ancient world. Greek language, philosophy, art, and architecture were introduced to new lands, influencing local cultures and creating a vibrant fusion of Eastern and Western traditions. This cultural blending, known as Hellenism, left an enduring mark on the ancient world, shaping the development of art, literature, science, and political thought for centuries to come. Alexander's vision was not limited to the physical realm. He believed in the power of knowledge and sought to promote intellectual pursuits. He supported scholars, scientists, and artists, encouraging them to explore new frontiers of knowledge and understanding. His patronage contributed to a golden age of intellectual and artistic flourishing, a testament to his belief in the transformative power of education and the pursuit of excellence. Section 8. The Conqueror's Demise, an Empire Unravelled. In 323 BC, at the age of 32, Alexander's extraordinary journey came to an abrupt end. While in Babylon planning future campaigns, he fell ill and died after a brief but severe illness. The exact cause of his death remains a mystery, shrouded in speculation and intrigue. Some historians believe he succumbed to malaria, typhoid fever, or poisoning, while others suggest his demise resulted from excessive alcohol consumption or a combination of factors. Alexander's death sent shockwaves through his vast empire. Without a clear successor, his generals, known as the Diadochi, vied for power, plunging the empire into a series of protracted wars and internal conflicts. Alexander's grand vision of a unified empire, encompassing the diverse cultures of the ancient world, unraveled, fracturing into competing kingdoms ruled by his former generals. Despite the fragmentation of his empire, Alexander's impact on the world remained profound. His conquests had redrawn the map of the ancient world, creating new political realities and paving the way for the emergence of new empires and civilizations. The cultural exchange and fusion he had fostered continued to shape the development of art, literature, science, and political thought, leaving an enduring legacy that extended far beyond the boundaries of his short-lived empire. Section 9. The enduring legacy, Alexander's impact on the world. Alexander's legacy extends far beyond the confines of ancient history. His story continues to captivate and inspire, serving as a timeless tale of ambition, courage, and the pursuit of greatness. His military genius, unmatched in his era, continues to be studied by military strategists and historians, providing valuable insights into the art of warfare and leadership. Alexander's impact on the world can be seen in the countless works of art, literature, and music inspired by his life and conquests. From ancient Greek tragedies to modern-day novels and films, his story has been retold and reinterpreted across cultures and centuries, reflecting his enduring fascination and relevance. More than just a conqueror, Alexander was a visionary leader who sought to create a more interconnected and harmonious world. His belief in the power of cultural exchange and his efforts to promote understanding between different peoples remain relevant today, serving as an inspiration for those who strive to build bridges between cultures and promote peace and cooperation in a world often divided by differences. Section 10. Conclusion. The Colossus of History. Alexander the Great stands as a colossus of history, a figure whose life and achievements continue to shape our understanding of the ancient world and inspire generations. His story transcends the boundaries of time and culture, serving as a timeless testament to the power of human ambition, the allure of the unknown, and the enduring legacy of a life lived on a grand scale. Alexander's conquests, though ultimately fleeting, left an indelible mark on the course of history. His vision of a unified world, encompassing the diverse cultures of the ancient East and West, may have ultimately proven unattainable, but his efforts to promote cultural exchange and understanding between different peoples laid the groundwork for the interconnected world we live in today. His story continues to remind us of the power of ideas, the enduring influence of great leaders, and the enduring human quest for knowledge, understanding, and connection.